Hey everybody, welcome to Burnout Box, Season 3.
Episode 7, maybe?
7.
Is that right?
I don't know.
7?
I'm gonna repeat it because you said it, so it must be right. I'm Justin.
And I'm Rebecca.
Like we start all of our videos.
Yeah.
But this one's live. No retakes.
I've never forgotten my name before, so I think we're good.
That was that one time I forgot my name.
What is wrong with you?
I just gotta keep her guessing. So, what's everybody doing? It's hot here in Florida.
It is hot. Tomorrow's supposed to cool down, though. It's supposed to rain in the morning. I know this because we're supposed to go to the track tomorrow, so I've watched the forecast intently.
We actually live at the track. We just come to work every day here. I feel like we go to the track a lot.
We go to the track a lot. We've gone more frequently in the past. I feel like we've got a pretty relaxed track schedule right now. But yeah, it's supposed to rain in the morning and then get cool. And it's going to cool down, and then the car's going to run a number.
What car?
GT500.
Right after Burnout Box, we are dropping some mods in the new 2020 GT500. And like Rebecca said, it's going to go much faster.
Yeah,
it's going to be fun.
I'm excited.
I'll be doing some tuning on it at this very laptop that you see right here. And we'll be making it go faster. So we actually started Burnout Box on time today. So it feels like we should still be getting ready for Burnout Box, but we're actually doing Burnout Box.
We're doing Burnout Box.
We're gonna check in from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Carlos. Hi, Carlos. How are you?
I bet it's warm in Puerto Rico, a lot warmer than it is here.
I bet it is warm there.
Yeah. So I think the big thing that's on my mind, and probably on your mind too, is getting ready for Texas 2K and taking Rebecca's 2011 Mustang GT out there. Your 7-second 2011 Mustang GT.
I knew I had it in it, but it's proven itself now.
Yeah. That's been, like, it was a long road.
It was a long road, and it's surreal.
Yeah. Like, the road was so long that, like, we were excited when we got there, but we had been driving on the road for so long, we were just kind of like, all right, we're here. Thank gosh. We knew we were going to get there.
Yeah.
But it's definitely exciting and a little bit stressful doing a couple little modifications to the car and getting it.
It's stressful?
Yeah, for me. I'm sure it is for you too.
It is, but not in a like I'm very confident in what we're doing, so I'm not worried about it. Like it's not anxiety producing. Yes, it's something that we have to fit in, but it's not anxiety producing for me.
I think it's like the thrash for every racer that they go through before the race. And we know there's some other people that are coming that are, I saw El Toro's posting about, we're installing a standalone in the car before Texas 2K. And that's a thrash.
It is a thrash. I'm not sad at all that that's not our situation.
I mean, I'm sure Oscar Morin will get it done. And I think Joanna Icabelli was posting about getting a new engine installed. So, your car's, that part's good.
Yeah, I feel like we're pretty good off, actually, in terms of where we've been. I mean, I've been supposed to be at the track and doing head gaskets before. I've been supposed to be at the track and on the trans brake on the lift before. So I feel, knock on wood, I'm feeling pretty confident.
So, share your last-minute thrash and success stories with us.
You can tell us your failures, too. We'll commiserate. I've been there.
Yeah, it's racing. That's how it goes. We got some comments.
Yep, Eric Traverse, it's still snowing in Michigan, but the weather is about to break. That's good to hear.
I owe you some stuff, Eric. And Eric's got some pretty cool stuff going on. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be real, real sweet.
Billy Brantley says, it's flooding here in sweet old Georgia. I think your weather is on its way to us, probably, because it's It's definitely overcast here, and like I said, it's supposed to rain.
Crap rolls south.
R4, I asked this question on Tuning Tuesday, and it started a little debate. Wanted to get your opinion. What do you think of the new GT500 owners calling their DCT a manual transmission? Oh, I saw a comment to that effect on YouTube. I was really busy Tuesday and did not have a chance to watch Tuning Tuesday. What do you think about that? I know what I think about it.
So, I'm too mired in detail to really form a galvanizing opinion or strong opinion because it's DCT. So, I want to hear what you have to say.
I mean, I think you have to, with something like that, you have to be specific. It's a DCT. It's technically a manual, and if those downshifts don't feel like a manual downshift, I don't know what does. To me, it feels, at idle, it feels like an auto car. Just based on feeling, but from a parts perspective, I think you have to be very specific that it's a DCT. But yes, it is technically doesn't have a torque converter, so I mean.
I'm totally on board with that because DCT, it's technically specific enough to satisfy, that requirement that I have, and it's just a freaking DCT. So if you want to parade around as a manual to, kind of act like you still have a man or a woman pedal down there, whatever.
I was going to say so that your penis doesn't fall off, but
Ooh.
I don't have to worry about that.
I'm going to be the first to admit that nothing fell off, and I like driving the new GT500 with a DCT. So I'm going to put it all out there for all the other Shelby owners. Just admit it that you like it.
Billy Brantley's opinion is it's as much an auto as a Synchro 256. Okay. You have anything to say about that? I said my piece already.
Yeah, I think we're going to move on to the next topic.
Yeah. Tyler Whitley is trying to find a trailer rental for 2 cars and a bike, and it's a pain.
That sounds like it.
Yep. John Hartman asks, are we ready to kick all of the GTR and Lambo booties at TX2K? Theoretically, yes, but typically they're not in the same class as us, so.
So when you get to TX2K on the first 2 or 3 days, it is the roll race nationals.
Yep.
When we were there a couple of years ago, Rebecca and Alex didn't even get on track.
I think I just ate all day, pretty much. That's what I did.
Breakfast, lunch, go out to dinner at night.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's really they're promising some drag race test and tune, I think, on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but I don't know. I don't know that I believe it.
Yeah, and we had a little bit of bad weather one of the days. I don't know. I messed around with wiring.
Yeah.
Some stuff on the car, but mostly I just screwed around and I bought a BMX bike. That's what I did.
You want to bring your BMX bike this time?
I do. No, you know what? I haven't been bringing it because of the baby.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. I think it's a big enough commitment that I should bring my BMX bike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put it in the trailer. The so that all being said, the first couple days is roll race nationals to the point where we're like, oh, we'll tech the car early. You got skinnies on your car, you can't be teched.
This is not teching for you.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So it's all good. They do their thing, and then Friday night on, it goes to drag racing.
Yeah.
It's actually, I think sometime Friday they start doing drag race qualifying.
Yeah.
Maybe even Thursday night. We're going to look over the schedule.
Well, last time we went, it was not that way,
Okay.
but it could be this time. I would have to admit that I have not looked at the schedule. Chad Dowd says, see y'all there.
Oh, okay, Chad Dowd. You're going to call him by his real name, not his pseudo name.
This.
Okay.
Unless I was to call him his other name, I could call him that.
Becca, Do you have NOS?
I'm glad you asked that question because I was confused by it because I wasn't sure who they were talking about.
So Billy Brantley says, do you have nitrous on her car? Meaning Becca's car.
I don't know. Did it have nitrous on it when you drove it?
I've never driven it before.
Oh.
Down the track.
Oh. Doesn't have nitrous on it.
Brett Lemminger checking in. What's going on, man? Full tilt? That's right.
Make that car go down the track fast tomorrow.
John Hartman says, I don't last minute thrash ever.
I 100% believe that. That is not a surprise at all to me. I feel like you've got your stuff together more than just about anybody on earth. Isaac Campbell asks, 79mm pulley on a Roush blower on a Gen 1 Coyote, primarily running 93, but want to take a trip and may only be able to get 91 in some places. Can you limit timing enough to drive safely? Dude, just do the 91 and don't go wild.
Don't go out racing on your road trip.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine.
You will be fine. Xander13, do you guys make a VMP return fuel system for 18 plus?
Funny you ask that. Because we are in the process of putting that whole package together. We're getting the Odin return fuel system done first, and then we'll have a return fuel system for everybody else.
I felt like that Billy Mays meme. But wait,
there's more.
Derek M. Got my free-flowing exhaust installed and made 720A. Gen 3 80mm pulley. Gained 53 horsepower. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Sounds like you are too.
Sounds great to hear.
John J. Scaro. Hook a guy up with a 265 for an 0304 Cobra.
We sell them.
Yeah. Call us. Go on our website. Billy Brantley, what's your thoughts of trying to adapt the blower clutch from a GT500 to a VMP setup?
And I'm sorry, I want to say that I was pointing at it because it was a very that was how I was thinking about it. So the blower, the clutched, the Lightens, Canadian made. Go Canada.
I don't know why this is making me giggle, but it is.
Hey, I just remember, so we both grew up in the, we were both in school during the age of the space shuttle. And
I don't even know what you're getting at.
So it was just, the 80s and the 90s. Obviously the space program was really big back then. They had regular flights on the space shuttle out of Cape Canaveral, which is an hour from here.
And my mom was stationed down there.
Yeah. And it was a field trip for schools, and it was, something we were taught in school.
You went there on a field trip? I can't remember if I did. I don't think I did.
I did, and I just remember that the arm in the space shuttle was Canadian.
Yeah, that is not something that was on my radar at all.
And if you see the pictures of the bay doors open with the space shuttle in space, there's a big, Canada on the arm, and it's got the maple leaf and all that stuff. So the clutched Lightens pulleys on the new GT500 are made in Canada, and I just want everybody to know that. We've got some really good Canadian friends, and so I don't think we need to adapt the clutch pulley.
I knew that's where you were going to end up with this. I had no idea we were going to take a trip to space on the way there.
Yeah. So now we'll get a little bit back on topic.
Rose Irvin asks, what is the Gen 3R SS upgrade? Oh gosh.
Secret sauce.
Yep.
So it's a sauce because when you add sauce, it makes things better.
I don't like sauce, so I'm gonna have to be the voice of.
Well, you like this sauce because your car has a secret sauce on it.
I do like that type of sauce.
Yeah.
I just don't like.
So the secret sauce is the Magnuson patent pending DFT technology, which allows the 2.65 TBS to perform even better at very high RPM and high boost levels. It is worth about 50 to 75 railroad horsepower over the regular Gen 3R. We've recently added the option to our website to where you can choose that, and we keep them in stock
Get you
here.
some sauce.
Yeah, keep them in stock here at VMP. So that's what Rebecca's car's got. That's what all the highest horsepower TVS setups have. You know, we only recommend it like 20 PSI and above on a GT500 or a Coyote. You want to be spinning the blower well over 20,000 RPM. Think built motor, you know, think 8 and 10 rib kit, think overdrive lower balancer. Those are kind of all requirements to fully utilize the secret sauce. But that's a stage 3 DFT. Makes more power, it's great.
John Hartman, that's quite a compliment. Thank you. I was 100% being earnest. You are welcome. So this one, I got so distracted while you were talking because I read that while you were answering the last question. I was like, oh, there's a bong? So Slapshack Records asked, do you think the bong, and I think he means bung, but I was really confused for a moment, angle on GT500 Dynatech headers are an issue. My passenger side O2 sensor dies every other year.
That's funny that you read that.
It was really amusing to me.
Yeah.
I got really...
It could, I mean, it could be. You can weld them on at weld another one on at a different angle, and
See if that resolves your issue.
I mean, if you do it, it's just a tiny bit of angle. It's like 10 or 15 degrees is all you need.
Stu Boyce, will you walk through the design differences in 2.3 TBS blowers through the years? First gen Roush, second gen Roush, Trinity, VMP, 1, 2, and 2R. I'm late to the party and want to learn more. Fair.
Well, man, I could write a book about that.
Yeah.
With,
I feel like I have written a book about that.
Yeah. I remember the days when Rebecca's car had a VMP Gen 1 on it. And
I remember when it had a Roush blower on it.
yeah, and you were racing the heck out of it. And running those 9.7s, 9.4s. And it was good times. Good times. But thank gosh we never have to go back to those good times because we make so much more power now. That's... Yeah.
Like, real quick, maybe we can hit on design points.
So, removable elbow
Yep.
versus cast-in elbow. The Roush first and second gen, VMP Gen 1, and Trinity all have a bolt-on style elbow. The Roush Gen 1 has the smallest inlet with a bolt-on style elbow. VMP Gen 1 was a high flow inlet elbow, and the opening of the blower was machined larger. And so if you put a VMP high flow inlet elbow on a Roush, first gen Roush blower, it is going to make it like equivalent to a VMP Gen 1. The nose drive is also machined down smaller on the VMP Gen 1 on all the VMP blowers compared to the Roush blowers and the Trinity blowers. Oh wait, the Trinity blowers are machined down almost as small as the VMP blowers, to the point they use the same pulleys. So there's that. And then the Roush, I've never called this a second gen Roush, but
Sure.
it's the Gen 2 Coyote Roush, the 15 to 17 blower. It's got a better bolt-on elbow, much better bolt-on elbow. It's actually a pretty darn good blower. And same with the Trinity, better bolt-on elbow, pretty darn good. Then you get into VMP Gen 2, and we had a cast-in elbow. We had the circle around the VMP. That was the Gen 2, and there was a bump in the back for the EGR valve.
Kinda.
Yeah, on certain applications like the GT500. And then there's the Gen 2R, which has no bump,
Like that.
and the VMP is just by itself on top. And it's a little bit bigger in the inlet and stuff like that. So those were all 2.3 liter TVSs. They were all incrementally better until we went to the 2650. We did the Gen 3, now we're on the Gen 3R. And it's kind of a history lesson for you.
It's a good one.
Thank you.
Robert Phelps, would you recommend doing a catless downpipe on a 2.7 EcoBoost. It's an off-road vehicle. It's tuned already.
It'll probably make a little more power, you know. I don't know that it'll be a big difference, but yeah.
Blue Collar Daily, want to talk about Loki and the initial results?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
I'm pretty happy with them.
Yeah. You know, at the end of the day, they told us that the car, so Rebecca was racing the GT500, Chuck and Joe were tuning and working on the Loki car, the Blue GT. They're like, yeah, we still have the paper air filter in it. Mm-hmm. And it really restricts boost. If you put a high flow air filter in there, it picks up like a pound or 2. If you take the air filter out, it picks up 3 pounds total. So that was like worst case situation, 82 millimeter supercharger pulley. It was a hot day. Chuck thinks
air was 200 plus DA.
1200 plus.
I thought it was 2000. Sorry, I meant to say 2000. I missed a 0 in my speech. I thought we were around 2000 that day. I thought we were.
Remember we pulled out all of our phones?
No, because I don't have the app.
Oh, yeah.
I may be mixing up track days, but I thought it was because it was so hot.
You know,
that was the day that I did not wear 2 shirts.
The thing when
didn't have to take off a shirt and didn't have to wear a fire jacket.
When you check the DA on the app, there's always some lag to it. So maybe earlier in the day it was higher. I know at the end of the day when we all thought about it, we're like, okay, it's like 1,200 feet or so. Plus or minus a few hundred feet.
I think when we got there, when it was real hot, it was around 2,000. Because I think that was the first thing I asked when I got there. Was what's the DA? Because it feels like hell out here.
Yeah, so I mean, conditions were nothing stellar. It was really a legitimate average number from a car that had totally stock exhaust on it. Well, I'm sorry, stock headers and cats. It has some type of cat back on it for noise, but that's all that does.
I'm a big fan of doing a lot with a little, and I think that's the definition of that.
Yeah. I know Chuck's threatening to rip out the air filter and go out on a cold day and, you know, see if he can go down to single digits.
I think we're getting a cold day tomorrow. I think everybody needs to encourage Chuck to get it done. Dylan Redner wants to know how to get a hold of us, the owners. Car's currently down here. ? Here we are.
Yep. Next one.
Eric Jefferson, what are your thoughts on boosting a GT350?
This comes up so much.
Same as they were last week.
I think everybody is like so desperate to boost the GT350 because I can see this come up on social media all the time.
I feel like we're asked very frequently, and previously we're asked even more frequently.
And I think people, I mean, there's some out there, but I don't know if a lot of people don't want to entertain it. I mean, we're not real crazy about entertaining it because it's a fragile crankshaft, it's high compression, it's high vibration. Like, literally, my Ford dealer who works on cars every day had, when we had a GT350, had ours in there for like a clutch or a TSB or something, and he's like, I think it's got a vibration. I checked the exhaust and I can't find it. And I'm just thinking, like, yeah, that's normal. Anything above idle, that flat plane crank just vibrates, and I really think it leads to more failures and stuff in that setup.
Yeah, I mean, if it were my car, we had one, I wouldn't do it.
And, you know, like I said, there's people out there doing it. Here's the proof in the pudding. There's no one doing it and racing it.
Yeah. See one go fast on the track? Carlos Arroyo, I can't go 75 millimeter on my Gen 2R and 56 injector VMP boosted pump start. I was trying to figure out what he was saying. On GT260 104 octane fuel running 79 millimeter is nice horsepower. Thanks.
So I'm not sure if that's a question or a statement.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out as I talked.
Maybe he's saying, can I go 75 millimeter? I don't know. I mean, as long as you had the race fuel there, and the fuel system gets to be a little bit of a stretch because the 56 is a little bit smaller injector, and if your fuel pump, depending on how high you rev some of those things, not all the fuel pumps in the cars are created equal. Some of them fall off at high RPM. So potentially you could go 75 because of the race gas, but fuel system wise, It'd be safer with ID 1000s or FIC 1000s or ID 1050s. The thing that we look out for, especially at that power level, if you're close on fuel and you like melt a cat or something, it's just so easy to pop the motor that we're very cautious as far as what we recommend people do for those reasons.
Travis Hill says, gather all those blowers together and we'll put together a video showing off the differences.
Well, gather them all up.
I don't know what that was about.
Take them out to pasture.
You put it out in the horse's paddock.
Well, what did we talked about doing a video of floating a manual transmission out on the lake. What do they call the burial where they light it on fire and send it out?
I don't know. I was thinking burial at sea before he started this lighting it on fire crap.
You know, like there's like this medieval movie where they like the opening scene is one of the floats with the casket on it. It's like made of brush and stuff, and they light it on fire, and they push it out, you know, to the lake, the ocean, the river, whatever.
I understand what a body of water is.
So,
thank you for explaining that to me.
Yeah, we talked about doing that with the manual transmission, and sometimes I feel like that we should do that with our older blowers. Just put them out to pasture.
I think we should do another video with Chuck and me.
The pirate?
No, the sheriff.
The sheriff, yeah.
Or whatever he was when the rancher, whatever he was when he was talking to the car like it was a horse and put the blowers out there with him.
Who was the bad guy in that movie?
Jesse was.
Jesse was the bad guy, and he was high prices. High price Jesse.
Outlaw Sauce Boss.
Right.
Outlaw Sauce Boss, not High Price Jesse. It's a different movie.
Maybe they'll use that one next time.
I don't think we should.
Yeah. Well, I think
What'd you drive to work today?
Expedition.
Yeah? How was it?
It was awesome. I mean, when I just rolled into it, that EcoBoost power, it just came on and made me blink twice and make sure I had securely had the steering wheel grasped to control the moderate paced acceleration of a 6,000-pound people mover.
Cool.
Yep. What'd you drive to work this morning?
GT500.
Oh, how'd that go?
What did I say when I got here? I said that car's dumb. It was a great drive to work.
And there must have been a lot of speeding up and slowing down because I never saw you in the rearview mirror, but I had like a mild jump on you.
Yeah, I was so I shifted it manually till I got to Fort Smith, and then I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Let's just let it do its thing. And Carter at that point told me how to drive. Our 12-year-old told me how to drive. He was explaining to me, this is after I put the car into not manual to automatic mode, and he told me that I should put it in neutral when I'm stopped. I'm like, how about you shut your mouth?
Well, thanks, Carter.
But yeah, I got stuck behind a truck, so then we just played on the road the whole way there. And Carter thought it was fun despite the need to tell me how to drive. He's 12, so he tells me how to do everything.
Yeah.
Usually not very well either. But usually I'm not doing things very well either, so.
I remember those days.
I was never like that.
I thought you were going to tell me I was still like that.
Oh, I just tell you that you're wrong when you tell me what to do.
Keeps me in check.
I told you I'd do what I want.
I think it's time for us to get to work on the GT500.
I think you're right.
Until next time, everybody, like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you at a racetrack somewhere.
In Texas or Orlando.
Or Bradenton.
Yeah, that one too, I forgot.
They're all on our schedule over the next month.
Yes. Yes, they are.
And a car show, too.
We're not going to that, right?
Ponies in the Smokies.
Oh, I was thinking the local car show.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
We're not
yeah.
going to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll send somebody that.
But somebody from VMP will, and they'll be happy to say hi to you. So, go say hi. Thanks for watching.
Bye, everybody.